Today, we're turning the needle back to 1975 for 12 rock classics you'll never forget. These weren't just songs. They were cultural markers, forever linked to the people, places, and feelings of the mid-70s. And our number one? Let's just say its opening riff is so powerful, you can almost feel the stadium lights when you hear it. Number 12. Love is the Drug by Roxy Music.
Stitched up tight, can't shake free. Love is the drug, got a hook on me.
When Roxy Music released Love is the Drug in 1975, they proved they could balance art rock sophistication with pure, radio-ready hooks. The track's slinky bass line and Brian Ferry's suave, almost detached delivery made it a standout both in the UK and on US FM stations. It became the band's first American hit, peaking at number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100 while going top 5 in Britain.
Lumber up, limbo down, the lost embrace, the stumble around.
The song's cool, nocturnal atmosphere captured the nightlife of the mid-70s, stylish, mysterious, and just a bit dangerous. Some critics at the time thought it was too polished to be true rock, but decades later, it's celebrated as one of the finest blends of glam rock attitude and funk groove.
Oh, can't you see? Love is the drug for me.
And if you think that groove is addictive, wait until you hear the next one, a piano-driven anthem that ruled the airwaves. Number 11, Someone Saved My Life Tonight by Elton John.
Someone saved my life tonight, sugar
By 1975, Elton John could seemingly do no wrong, but this wasn't just another hit. It was one of his most personal songs. Someone Saved My Life Tonight told the story of Elton's near marriage in his younger years and how a friend intervened, ultimately saving him from a life he didn't want.
Saving time, that got my music still alive. Oh.
The track runs over 6 minutes. Unusual for a single at the time, yet it still climbed to the top 5 in the US. Its lush arrangement, soaring chorus, and deeply confessional lyrics made it resonate with fans who had faced their own crossroads. While the radio edit trimmed some of its length, FM DJs embraced the full version, letting listeners get lost in the song's cinematic sweep. But hold that emotional chord. The next track is all about kicking down the door and rocking the house to its foundations. Number 10, Tush by ZZ Top.
I've been bad, I've been good, Dallas, Texas, Hollywood.
Sometimes, all you need is a killer riff, a straight-ahead beat, and a wink in your lyrics, and ZZ Top nailed it with Tush. Released in 1975 on Fandango. Logically, this 2.5-minute barn burner is pure Texas boogie rock. Billy Gibbons' gritty guitar tone and swaggering vocals made it an instant crowd pleaser, especially in the South, where it became a jukebox staple. The song hit the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100, proving that simplicity when done right can be unforgettable. Decades later, it's still a guaranteed highlight at ZZ Top concerts. Short, sweet, and packed with attitude. Number 9, Shining Star by Earth, Wind and Fire.
You shine star, where who you are, shall not see, to be.
While Earth, Wind and Fire are often placed in the soul and funk categories, Shining Star in 1975 blurred lines and pulled plenty of rock listeners into its orbit. Built on a tight guitar-driven groove and brimming with horn stabs, vocal harmonies, and boundless energy, it topped both the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B charts. Its uplifting message that anyone can rise and shine struck a chord during a time of cultural change. Some rock stations resisted at first, unsure if the track fit their format, but its undeniable drive and swagger won them over. Shining Star became a defining song of the year, bridging audiences and genres with ease. And if you think that crossover magic was something, wait until you hear the British rocker who took glam all the way to the top. Number 8, Fame by David Bowie. Fame wasn't just a hit. It was David Bowie's first US #1, and a sly, funky critique of the very celebrity machine that helped create him. Co-written with John Lennon and guitarist Carlos Alomar, the track pulsed with a minimalist groove and Bowie's sharp, almost mocking vocal delivery. Its mix of funk and rock was groundbreaking, paving the way for genre-blending artists for decades to come. Lyrically, it peeled back the glamour of stardom, exposing its darker side, a theme that resonated in an era obsessed with fame. Despite its unconventional structure, it dominated radio and became a signature Bowie track, forever linked to his chameleon-like ability to reinvent himself. But if you think that's reinvention, wait until you hear the next band, who took a psychedelic past and turned it into one of the year's most beautiful ballads. Number 7, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Do you think you can tell? Did they get you the train?
Coming off the success of The Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd followed up in 1975 with Wish You Were Here, and its title track quickly became a classic. Written as a tribute to founding member Syd Barrett, the song's gentle acoustic guitar intro and heartfelt lyrics stood in stark contrast to the sprawling, experimental pieces that often defined the band.
Did you exchange? Walk on part in the war?
It didn't need flashy solos or complex arrangements to leave an impact, just sincerity, space, and emotional weight. Though never a chart-topping single, Wish You Were Here became one of the most beloved tracks in their catalog, a song that's as likely to be sung around campfires as it is to echo through massive stadiums.
How I wish you were here.
Number 6, Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac. When Stevie Nicks joined Fleetwood Mac in 1975, she brought with her a song that would forever change the band's identity, Rhiannon. Inspired by a Welsh myth about a mysterious magical woman, Nicks delivered the track with an enchanting vocal performance that felt equal parts ethereal and electric. Released on the band's self-titled 1975 album, Rhiannon wasn't just a hit, it was a statement. Live, it transformed into a near-hypnotic experience, with Nicks swaying in her signature black lace and shawls as the band built the song into a swirling crescendo. Though its mystical themes puzzled some radio programmers at first, its irresistible melody and haunting lyrics earned it steady airplay, and cemented it as one of Fleetwood Mac's defining songs. And if you think that kind of magic is rare, wait until you hear the guitar-driven juggernaut that shook the world that same year. Number 5, Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. Kashmir wasn't a single in 1975, yet it became one of Led Zeppelin's most iconic tracks, and a staple of rock radio for decades. Taken from their double album Physical Graffiti, the song combined Jimmy Page's hypnotic riff, John Bonham's thunderous drumming, and Robert Plant's otherworldly vocals into a slow-burning epic. The arrangement was unlike anything in mainstream rock at the time, blending Eastern-inspired melodies with massive orchestral layers. Its sheer scope and cinematic quality made it a favorite among FM DJs, who embraced its nearly 9-minute runtime. Even without climbing the charts, Kashmir became a cultural touchstone, influencing countless artists and solidifying Zeppelin's place at rock's creative peak. But if you thought Zeppelin couldn't be topped, the next track is proof that sometimes simplicity can cut even deeper than grandeur. Number 4, Tangled Up in Blue by Bob Dylan.
Getting through, tangled up in blue.
In 1975, Bob Dylan released Blood on the Tracks, widely regarded as one of his greatest albums, and Tangled Up in Blue was its crown jewel. A sprawling yet intimate story song, it unfolded like a series of cinematic snapshots, shifting perspectives, blurring timelines, and painting vivid emotional scenes.
And he was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on his shoes.
Musically, it was deceptively simple. Jangling acoustic guitars, steady rhythm, and Dylan's unmistakable voice. Lyrically, it was pure poetry, capturing the ache of love lost and the inevitability of change. The song reached the top 40, but made its real impact on the live circuit, where Dylan continually reworked it, proving its timeless adaptability. Decades later, Tangled Up in Blue remains a masterclass in songwriting, a track that's as moving today as it was the day it dropped.
He just grew, tangled up in blue.
Number 3, Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. By 1975, Bruce Springsteen was fighting to prove himself, and Born to Run was his all-or-nothing shot. It wasn't just a song, it was a cinematic explosion of longing, rebellion, and youthful urgency. Every note, from the opening guitar riff to the triumphant sax solo, felt like it was reaching for the sky. Springsteen spent months obsessing over its production, layering instruments to create what he called a wall of sound. When it finally hit the airwaves, it captured the hearts of critics and fans alike, becoming his breakthrough hit. Its mix of rock grit and poetic lyricism made it the ultimate anthem for anyone chasing a dream.
I gotta find out how it feels. I wanna know if love is wild. I wanna know if love is real.
And if you thought that anthem was big, the next one took audiences somewhere entirely unexpected, straight into outer space. Number 2, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. In 1975, Queen unleashed Bohemian Rhapsody, and rock has never been the same. Part ballad, part opera, part hard rock storm, it defied every rule of radio-friendly music with its 6-minute runtime and lack of a traditional chorus. Freddie Mercury's vision, supported by Brian May's guitar wizardry, Roger Taylor's soaring high notes, and John Deacon's steady bass, created something truly groundbreaking. At first, some stations hesitated, but audience demand forced it onto playlists, and it climbed to number 1 in the UK and became a global phenomenon. Its theatrical flair, emotional depth, and genre-blending genius have made it one of the most celebrated songs in history. But if you think operatic rock was bold, our number 1 track is pure, unfiltered adrenaline. A riff so legendary, it became a universal language. Number 1, Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Though recorded earlier, Smoke on the Water found renewed chart life in 1975, cementing itself as one of rock's most iconic songs. Its instantly recognizable riff, born from a real-life fire at the Montreux Casino in Switzerland, is practically a rite of passage for every aspiring guitarist. The song's driving energy, gritty vocals, and storytelling lyrics made it a rock radio staple around the world. It wasn't just a hit, it became a rock anthem. A unifying track that fans across generations can play, hum, and headbang to without missing a beat. Even today, it's impossible to hear that opening guitar line without feeling the urge to turn the volume all the way up. That was 1975, a year where rock wasn't just music, it was a living, breathing force that filled stadiums, rewrote the charts, and soundtracked countless memories. From the gritty Texas boogie of ZZ Top to the operatic drama of Queen, each song we revisited today has stood tall against time's passing. They weren't just hits, they were moments. The kind you remember exactly where you were when you first heard them. But now it's your turn. Which of these tracks still makes you turn the volume up until the walls shake? Drop your pick in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss our next countdown. And speaking of next, we're jumping straight into 1976, a year packed with riffs, anthems, and legends you'll want to relive note for note.